Welcome back, everybody, to the Madden 07 Albuquerque Vipers franchise, and today we've got the preseason to start off year 6. The newspaper is predicting us to have another big season, going 13-3. They're expecting a big year out of two of our best players, two of our highest paid players in Orlando Cross and Ike Taylor, and I don't think that's too unreasonable to think. Ike Taylor's the best corner in the league, and Orlando Cross is arguably the best quarterback in the league. Looking at him here throwing this first pass of the preseason, connecting with Charles Phillips. Cross is going to throw again. He's going to connect against Larry Fitzgerald, or connect with Larry Fitzgerald, I should say, against this New England Patriot defense in our first preseason game. We're kind of just jumping right into this, I guess. And just a nice curl route there. Hobbs tried to jump it, and Fitz was gone. Peyton Manning signed with the New England Patriots in the offseason as Tom Brady left for Arizona, where Bill Belichick is now the head coach. So that left an opening here. Manning's going to throw left side now. He's got Coles, the former Jet, across the 50. Manning still loves hurrying up to the line and audibling like he did in Indianapolis. There he's going to find TJ Houshmandzadeh, who's going to get New England down inside of the red zone. Nearing the end of the first quarter, as I'm only playing on 3-minute quarters here in the preseason, Coles is in the end zone there for the Patriots touchdown. That's going to tie everything up at 7 apiece here. Here's this Vipers offense back out here. First play of the second quarter. Phillips is going to make a spectacular one-handed grab, getting Albuquerque into Patriots territory already. Phillips playing really good here early on. That's his second catch of the ball game. Just going up right up there with one hand with his left hand. And it's going to be a big play for Albuquerque. Here's Cadillac Williams, the big free agent signing that the Vipers got. We're trying to maybe decide if you want to maybe keep him or Tandem Bell, or maybe possibly keep both of them. That's one reason I'm playing this preseason, is to figure things out. Phillips takes a nasty hit on that play, but he's not going to be out for very long. He will be back in the game soon. Now Cross is going to throw for a Cadillac, and he's going to bring it in for the Vipers touchdown, making a good impression in his first preseason game here with us. Under 2 minutes left to play now in the first half. Manning's going to float this one to the left side on first down. He's got his tight end. That's Benjamin Watson. Hunter cannot catch him as he dives to make a tackle attempt. And the big tight end, it just took him one play there to get into the end zone. That's not the best look for our defense to have the tight end outrun a cornerback. Yeah, I know Watson's one of the better tight ends in the league, but still, he outran Pete Hunter. Cross is going to throw this one to the right side there. He took a hit, but was still able to get it out to Fitzgerald. Orlando's looking to throw again. He's moving to his left. Now he's going to take off and run across the 40-yard line, sliding down at the 35. Now Cross is going to throw quickly there. That's Jamarcus Ward, the rookie wide receiver with 99 speed. He does get caught, though, at the 4. Now Cross is going to throw to the end zone. There's Charles Phillips for another Vipers touchdown. And we're just really pouring it on in this first half. Now into the second half, quarterback Alex Malone is in the game. He was New England's first-round draft pick, so they're already planning for life after Peyton Manning. Here's Patrick Jones. Now the second-string running back's going to break this one to the left side. He's going to take it to the crib for the Patriots touchdown. And that's going to tie everything up yet again, this time at 21 apiece. Seneca Wallace is now in at quarterback with the backups out there for Albuquerque. And he's throwing interceptions to start off his day. Malone is looking to pass now on first down and 10. Under pressure, and he goes down. That's the rookie pass rusher there, Christmanson, I think. I probably just butchered his name. But that is the rookie who we drafted, getting in there for the sack. Malone's going to throw left side. There's Chad Jackson, the longtime Patriot, getting a big play there for New England. Now Patrick Jones is going to follow his blockers into the end zone for the New England touchdown. New England's looking really good today, whether it's the backups or the starters in the game. That's going to give them the lead. Seneca Wallace is going to throw left side there. That's Todd Whitman, and the second-year wide receiver gets a big catch there. Later on in the drive, Ward is going to make this reception underneath there. He's going to cut it upfield and get us into the red zone. 2 minutes left to go. He's going to throw to the end zone. Jamarcus Ward making another reception. The rookie making a good first impression here in the preseason, tying this game up at 28 each. New England trying to avoid overtime, even though there's no overtime in real life in the preseason, I believe. There is in this game, so we just don't want this preseason game to go any longer than it has to. A couple of nice catches, though, by Jackson is going to get them some pretty solid field position. But now on third down, Steve Farr is going to pick off Malone across the 50-yard line there, pushed out of bounds. 16 seconds left on the clock, and the Vipers got to get in field goal range. Alex Malone looks like he hurt his knee on that play as he took a hit. He is not going to be out for too long, though. He's going to be out for the rest of the game, but there's not very much game left. There we get in field goal range, and then with just 3 seconds left on the clock, John Hall comes out. He's going to nail that one right through the uprights, and the first preseason game of the year for the Vipers is a 31-28 thriller. Just jumping right into our next game now. This is against the Detroit Lions. 1-0 after that great preseason game, but unfortunately it's the preseason, doesn't really count. But you know, even when it's preseason, you still want to have a fun game there to watch. The Lions are going to start off with the football. Billy Volek is the quarterback, and he's throwing interceptions here. Terrence Newman gets one there, and that's going to get us some pretty good field position. Now Albuquerque's out here. Cross is looking to throw, rolling to his right. He's looking for Ron White. That's the rookie fullback turning on the burners and getting into the end zone. But oh no, Cross is on the ground. Looks like he may have injured his foot there. That is not something that you want to see, especially in the preseason. We all know about Cross's injury history, and it's not good. As you see on your screen there, a foot fracture, and he is out for the season. We have a really good team, but man, he's our best player by far. And as you can see here, the entire team seems to be a little shook after that. Kowalski throws an interception. The Lions end up in field goal range and knock that one through the uprights. But man, that's going to rock our season. Is Kowalski going to be the quarterback this season? Let's see what he can do in the preseason there. He gets a nice run. He's trying to put together a 2-minute drill. Wallace throws right side there for Phillips. A nice catch made by him. Gets us across midfield. Wallace looks to throw. Now he's moving to his left. He's got some open space in front of him. He gets across the 30 inside of the red zone before he gets tackled out of bounds. Wallace looks to throw. He goes over the middle there for Phillips. He's in the end zone for his second touchdown of the preseason. And that is going to extend our lead even more. But man, that Cross injury, that really stinks for us. That's going to be the big story of this game, no matter what happens here. There's an interception by Ike Taylor. Volek throws his second of the ball game, giving us some free points at the end of the half. John Hall's going to kick the field goal and put us up by 14 at halftime. Mike McMahon, he's back with Detroit after bouncing around the league last with the New York Jets. He makes a nice throw there. They end up getting in field goal range, and their kicker's going to nail this one from 49 yards out. Alex Smith is now in the ball game here. He's going to throw to Ward, and that's going to pick up the first down. Alex Smith was one of the people on the bubble as we had 4 quarterbacks on the roster. I was thinking about maybe cutting him, but now that Cross is out for the season, he might have just secured himself a roster spot, although he does have to come out of the game on this play. Ricky Cooper is now in the ball game. The rookie quarterback looks to throw. He connects with Jamarcus Ward, who turns on the burners. He's going to take it to the crib. There's a touchdown for the rookies there. Rookie-to-rookie connection, actually. And I kind of like Ricky Cooper, although he's only a 72 overall. I don't know what it is about him, but I kind of just like having him on the roster. He feels like a good third-string quarterback. A nice catch there made by Plexico Burris on the sideline as the Lions look to score some garbage time points. He's going to dump this one off to Kramer, and the running back's going to pick up the first down. On 2nd down and 16, after we get a sack, Mike McMahon is looking to throw the football again. He's got time. He's going to throw to the end zone for Holt, who's going to moss a couple of defenders there and get Detroit into the end zone for the first time today. Some garbage time points, but still a nice play made there by the big wide receiver. I don't know if he's a wide receiver or a tight end. He was lined up at wide receiver, though, and he made a nice play there. And we're going to advance to 2-0 in the preseason, but with a little bit of a bitter taste in our mouth, I guess, after that Orlando Cross injury. Now we're going to be playing against the Houston Texans. Of course, they got Shannon Pleasant at quarterback, but unfortunately, it's not going to be a Pleasant versus Cross matchup in this preseason game. Dante Hall's going to return this kick here, spinning away from a couple of defenders here. He's already across midfield, and it doesn't look like they're going to catch him. The 20-10-5 touchdown of Vipers. The first play of this next preseason game. Dante Hall, one of the greatest to ever do it, it's going to take it to the crib. Here's Cadillac Williams across midfield here, breaking off a big run. We haven't seen very many big runs from any running back on the roster in the first 2 preseason games, really. That's just because they haven't really been breaking them out, because I've been almost a little pass happy, kind of seeing what Seneca Wallace can do. As with that Orlando Cross injury, that really changes how we're approaching these next few preseason games. Wallace is going to try to run for it there. He's not going to get it. He loses the football. It does go out of bounds. And then on 4th down and 2 rather, is basically 4th and goal. Larry Fitzgerald drops it in the end zone. He seems to be still a little bit shaken up after that Orlando Cross injury. This entire team seems to feel like that after finding out he's gone for the year. Shannon Pleasant's working his way downfield, now connecting with Andre Johnson on a couple of plays. There he finds another receiver there. A big play there for Houston. Now he's going to take a shot to the end zone, looking for his number 1 man. That's Andre Johnson, who just beat Ike Taylor for the touchdown. Wallace looks to throw now. He's going to go right side. He's got Charles Phillips, who's going to outrun the defense here as there was a missed tackle. He's one of the fastest receivers in the league, and he's going to have his 3rd touchdown now of the preseason. Charles Phillips already playing really good on that new 4-year contract that he got signed to. That is going to give us the lead, and we have the football again. Wallace takes a shot, and Phillips, another big catch for him, down close to the 20-yard line, and on 2 catches, he's over 100 yards in this first half now. Just 31 seconds left to go in the first half. Wallace is going to throw over the middle, and he's going to be picked off by Marshall, the linebacker, getting the turnover for Houston. And that's not what we want to see out of our backup quarterback, who's looking like he could be our starting quarterback this season. The backups are in the game now, except for Andre Johnson, who's still out there. J.P. Lossman gets it out to him. 2nd down and inches. The former Bill's going to throw right side. There he's got Castle, who gets away from one defender, and he's going to get tackled into the end zone for the Houston touchdown, tying everything up at 14 apiece. Lossman obviously didn't do a whole lot in Buffalo. He's been with the Texans for a couple of years now, and he's put together a solid time there as a backup. Alex Smith is rolling to his left, and he's got potential to maybe be our quarterback this season, although I feel like Wallace is more likely as he has more experience. Alex Smith has not taken a snap for us in the regular season at all. This is his 2nd year with us. There he connects with Jamarcus Ward, who's going to have to come out of the ballgame because of an elbow injury, but luckily for us, it's nothing too serious. Tandem Bell, seeing his first highlight of this video there. He's going to run that one into the end zone for the touchdown. The one thing he's got over Cadillac Williams is he's a little bit faster with 96 speed, which I like. I feel like maybe we could go with a 1-2 punch at running back now between the two of them, especially if we're rolling with someone like Seneca Wallace or Alex Smith into this season as our starting quarterback, because I feel like we're going to do a lot more running and whatnot, and maybe just so we always have a fresh guy, and maybe throw Phil Van Dyke there a little bit, maybe move Phil Van Dyke to fullback at times, although I kind of like Ron White there. A nice interception on that play made by Jared Knight, which is probably going to finish up this game as we near the end of it, and indeed he will finish up this game, locking up the Vipers' 3rd victory of the preseason. So now on to our 4th and final game of the preseason here against the Indianapolis Colts, a very different Indianapolis Colts team, specifically because at the quarterback position, as we already saw, Peyton Manning is with New England, meaning there's somebody else here with Indianapolis, and that quarterback is Jair Alexander. Not Jair Alexander, that's the Packers cornerback. What's his name? It's Alexander. It's something like Jamar Alexander, I believe is his name. Former Raiders quarterback. He was with them for 3 seasons. They took him in the 1st round, I think like 4th overall or something. But they just didn't like what he had to offer for him. A nice left-handed quarterback here. And he's looking to get a second chance here with Indianapolis. A nice throw left side there to Fulton, the number 2 receiver here. That's going to get them in field goal range. They don't have any more Adam Vinatieri. Robbie Gould is their kicker, and he's going to nail that field goal. Wallace looks to pass here, moving to his right. Now he's looking to run the football. He's going to pick up the 1st down using his legs there. On 2nd down, here's Cadillac Williams right up the middle. Made one man miss, and he's going to get brought down at the 50. Wallace looks to throw the football again. He's under some pressure, though. He needs to get rid of that football sooner. 3rd down and long. Wallace is going to throw over the middle looking for Ward, but he got hit hard there by Percy Gray, who's actually going to have to come out of the game. And now Indianapolis gets the football back just to throw an interception. Ike Taylor is going to get his 2nd of the preseason. A spectacular pick as he jumped up and nabbed that one right out of the air. Here's Wallace throwing left side. There's Charles Phillips continuing his good preseason, picking up a gain of 9. On 2nd down here, Wallace is going to throw right side. A nice catch there made by Larry Fitzgerald is going to get us inside of the 5. Now quickly throwing to the end zone, there's Jamarcus Ward, the rookie receiver, getting another touchdown there, and that's going to put us on top. About a minute left to go in the half. Robbins is going to make that reception on the right sideline. That's going to be a big play for Indianapolis. Alexander looks to throw again. He's got his tight end Dallas Clark there. That's going to get them back into field goal range where Robbie Gould is going to nail another field goal, putting Indianapolis down by just 1 point at halftime. Ricky Cooper is now in the game at quarterback for Albuquerque. I guess we just want to see more of him instead of Alex Smith at the moment. 4th down and 9, and the Vipers are going to go for it. Cooper's going to throw right side, and you know, the 72 overall is really showing on that play. That's why he's a 3rd-string quarterback. This is a toss to the left for Hunter, who's going to break out of one tackle there and eventually steps out of bounds at about the 25. Indianapolis is going to work their way down to the goal line. They're going to run it with Hunter, and he's going to dive into the end zone for the Colts touchdown. They're going to go for 2 to make it a 7-point game, but it is no good, and they are not going to get it. Cooper looks to throw. He has his man over the middle. That's Todd Whitman, who fumbles the football after making the catch there. Sean Taylor on the fumble recovery. Albuquerque would end up challenging the fumbles. It didn't look like he had possession, but they're going to say that he did, and they're going to rule the fumble. Luckily, our defense does get a stop. Here's Maurice Morris getting his name called for the first time today. He's going to pick up the 3rd down conversion. 4th and 3 is going to throw right side for Tandem Bell, but he's very much out of bounds. And the Colts are going to give us our first loss of the preseason. It was kind of an ugly game for us. Looking at our preseason stats, Cross threw 4 touchdown passes in those 5 quarters there. Seneca Wallace threw 4 touchdowns in 4 games with us and 4 interceptions. Man, we're definitely going to miss Orlando Cross. He was looking really good in the preseason. Ricky Cooper was okay. He was 3 of 12, so that's not great. And then Alex Smith didn't play half bad when he did play for us. Tandem Bell was our leading rusher, but he had way more carries than Cadillac Williams. Cadillac just 2 less yards. Bell did have the touchdown, but I'm thinking I might keep both of them. I was thinking about trading Tandem Bell to a team like the Eagles or maybe the Jaguars after game 1 or 2, but I'm very glad I didn't now, as it's looking like obviously we're not going to be rolling with Orlando Cross in this season, meaning we might be running the football a lot more. I was also thinking about cutting Alex Smith, but luckily I waited to do any of those kinds of moves until after all the preseason games. Looking at our defense there, we got 4 sacks, and then we got a handful of interceptions in these games, 2 for Ike Taylor, and then 3 guys each with 1. And then John Hall, 2 for 2 when it came to kicking, and then Dante Hall, he had that kick return for touchdown. So now looking at some injuries, we're going to start off by putting Orlando Cross on IR, freeing up a possible roster spot for anyone else. Matt Schaub and Chad Pennington also got injured, nothing too serious there. Ronnie Brown's going to be out for the season. Will Tillman and Ed Ailman, our former running back, he's going to be out for the next 8 weeks. Not good to see there. There's a fullback who's going to be missing 2 weeks there with Minnesota. TJ Hushmanzada, he made a nice catch against us in that first game. He's going to be missing the season. And then that rookie on the Raiders, that wide receiver, is going to be missing a good chunk of time. Todd Heap is out for 5 weeks in his first year there with Houston. There's a couple of left tackles hurt, including that one on the Titans who's going to be out for 5 weeks there. Matt Light's going to be out for 3 weeks, as you saw. This center on the Bears, I'm pretty sure he was their backup, but he is still out for the year. Nothing too serious at the guard position there. A broken jaw, that is not good to see there for that one offensive lineman. There's a couple defensive tackles that are going to be missing 6 weeks. A couple of linebackers going to be missing 6 weeks of play. Another Chicago Bear. Looks like the Bears kind of got hurt or got hit hard with the injury bug in the preseason. A couple of middle linebackers. Andre Johnson is questionable. Another season-ending injury for Miami there. Not good for them in this preseason. Chris Gamble's going to be out 7 weeks now. Gary Baxter is questionable. Another Panthers secondary player is going to be missing some time. And then, as you saw, that one rookie safety is going to be missing the season. So just looking at our possible quarterback options that we could bring onto the roster, starting with a couple of free agents, there's Fernando Lott, the former Titans quarterback. You can see his attributes there. He looks like he could be solid. There's also Justin Boyd, the former Ravens quarterback that they took in the first round. 99 throw power for him, only 83 accuracy. Looking at his career stats, he is 4 of 8 for 52 yards. The Ravens didn't really give him a fair shot, but because of that inexperience, I'm kind of hesitant to bringing him on board. Now looking at players that we could possibly trade for, starting with Curtis Williams. He is on a 1-year deal. He is very cheap right now, even though he's one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. He got replaced by Matt Hasselbeck in the offseason, so I would imagine he probably wants to start somewhere. So maybe we could trade for him. He could come here for a year, and then we could let him walk. Tavares Sparks, the backup on the Colts, he's been solid, especially last season when he had to come in for Peyton Manning in his absence. He's an 80 overall. He's got 87 throw power, 91 throw accuracy, and 56 speed. One of the things I did like with Fernando Lott is I believe he had about 72 speed, so I think that could fit our play calling and whatnot better. Chris Hill is on the Dallas Cowboys. He just got replaced by Vince Young, who signed there in the offseason. Not the best accuracy for him, but he's been with Cleveland for a few years. Spent last year in Dallas, was a little underwhelming, but I think he could be solid for us. Jay Cutler is in his last year with the Falcons, or at least in the last year of his deal. He has 68 speed, 92 throw power. He just seems like he could be a solid quarterback for us to bring in. He only has 8 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in his NFL career so far. And then finally, the last 2 quarterbacks I would possibly consider bringing in, Gary Lucas and Jerome Turner. They're 2 quarterbacks on the Steelers. They have identical contracts. They're both very similar quarterbacks, although I do like Gary Lucas a little bit more. They were both taken in the same draft actually back in I think 2008 and back-to-back picks. Jerome Turner's gotten not very much playing time. Looking at Gary Lucas here, 6 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, so not the most impressive stats, but I think he could be solid for us. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do at the quarterback position. I'm kind of leaning towards rolling the Seneca Wallace, but I want to hear what you guys have to say. That's going to wrap up this video now. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, this has been Jeffrey, reminding you to stay moist.